tools and combining the power of AI with SEO and see how far we can go in terms of ranking our websites. So I see that people are joining in. If you're joining in right now, you're probably watching a replay of this because we just began. So, hi, let's wait for more people to come in, and we're going to begin this webinar in a short while. So we have users joining in from Facebook, from our Facebook group, from our YouTube as well. I see that we are quickly hitting 15 to 20 people right now that are live streaming us. Guys, it's easy to get lost on Facebook. There's some other pop up that comes in, some other cat video that comes in while you're watching a webinar on Facebook. So if you stick till the end of this event, here's what my promise is to you. I'm going to give away something that's really useful to you, and it's only for the people who stay till the end of this webinar. And to keep my promise up, I want to give away one thing right away. Comment SEO in the chat down below. Comment SEO in the chat down below. Let me see the active users out there. Let me see the energy out there. Any user who comments SEO, I'm going to pick a random user right now who's going to win. So people have comment SEO guys to win a special merch. So all right. So people are already started commenting. That is awesome. And let's have a look at it. Okay. Many people are commenting SEO, etc. But I'm going to choose one random winner right now before we begin this webinar so that you guys are all pumped up. You guys are all hyped up for this webinar. And nope, we cannot give away Udit's Twitter account. That's impossible. But yeah, super excited about this. So I see people coming in, and let me look at the comments 1 second and announce the winner. So the winner is Zawad Ul Sami. Zawad, you win $10 in PitchGround credits. Tell us if you're still in the webinar. Zawad, please comment hi or something. And you just won a $10 PitchGround credits. Zawad, it's a PG incentive. And if you're in the webinar, say hi. And I'm going to talk to you, message you after this webinar so that I can collect your PG email address and you're going to get it. Perfect. Zawad is here. Congratulations, Zawad. You won $10 PG credits. But now that the giveaway is done, people at the end of this webinar is also going to win something if you stay till the end. And also you're going to learn. So let's begin this webinar right away by playing this clip from Val.
Writing could be a challenge. Don't have enough time, don't know what to write about, not sure where to start, don't have a team, can't overcome writer's block, don't have inspiration, having doubts about your skills, too young, too lazy, too hungry, too tired. Scalenut got you covered. Scalenut is a copywriter's co-pilot that helps you easily create all types of written content with a minimum effort on your part. You just give a direction and Scalenut starts digging for the topics, ideas, descriptions, headlines, email subjects, blog intros and other text you may need. Just a few clicks and Scalenut will analyze the keywords for your content and you will have a report with the top page statistics, NLP terms, competition summary and references. And then you just let Scalenut do its magic and write a blog post or an article with you or even all by itself. Still struggling with writing? Go get that amazing deal for Scalenut.
Perfect. That was Scalenut. But in today's webinar, we're going to discuss how to combine the power of AI with SEO. And we've invited the co-founders of Scalenut here. They know the product really well, of course. They are the founding team, and they're actually going to show you how you can use Scalenut for ranking your articles. So I'm adding Saurabh here, and I'm also adding Gaurav here. Gaurav and Saurabh, welcome to this webinar. How are you doing?
Hey guys, hey Manank.
Hey everyone.
Finally, yep. We are here. So Gaurav, Saurabh, what have you got for the guys here today? Because we've told in the community that people can use it to rank their articles online on Google. We have also seen many people coming posting in the group saying that yes, we have ranked our articles by writing using Scalenut. So how can others also replicate the same? Let's find it out here, Gaurav. Over to you.
Great. So I'm going to cover a couple of things today. One is, talking about the the logic behind, how ScaleNet was built, right, and how it actually helps you rank, right. Will derive from updates which have come from Google and how we have sort of tried to reverse engineer the updates from Google and they help you rank. That's one. And second is we're going to launch a very, very cool feature today, which a lot of our users have been waiting for quite long. So yeah, wait for it.
We are
And
launching it live in this webinar first.
that's right.
Whoa! All right, all right. This was a surprise, guys. I really didn't know about this, so we are excited about this. Let's bring it on. Our users have been waiting. Yeah,
Perfect. So let me share my screen.
absolutely. And guys, stay till the end of this webinar because we're gonna have multiple giveaways in the end. We're going to ask you some questions as well, and yep, we have some ScaleNut merch here as well. So stay till the end. Over to you, girl.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, we can see it.
Perfect. So, guys, I'm going to talk about how to combine AI and SEO, right? Uh, I think SEO has been there for long, for so many years, and for the last couple of years, AI has been disrupting SEO. But more importantly, Google has been using artificial intelligence to make the search more and more richer, to make SEO more and more richer of what it was a few years back. And every day, new updates come. And the only aim for Google is to get the right results for you, the most optimum, most highly intended results for you, right? So Google has been using AI for long. Usage of AI for content writing and a few other things has just started a couple of years back, especially with the GPT-3 coming in. And today we are going to talk about how ScaleNut will help you combine these in the most optimal manner. Great. So I'll talk about the importance of SEO, importance of AI in business and SEO, right? How, as I talked about, AI in the last couple of years has tremendously grown, right? So Neil Patel says in sales and marketing, 30% of the AI adopters have seen uh, close to 10-ish% increase in their revenue after implementing the AI technology, which is huge, right? Because it's just early adoption and 10% increase with just AI is amazing, right? 10% increase in revenue would also mean a lot more increase in SEO traffic. Statista says in 2020, the artificial intelligence market is expected to grow by 150% year on year. This is 1 year old data, but this is growing at exactly same pace this year and for the next few years as well. Samrush says in 2025, this market would be $190 billion market. Now, this is crazy, right? $190 billion market. This is extremely huge. This is much larger than much larger than people writing manually. Almost 2x of the market size of that. Uh, Now, Deloitte did a survey with some of the company executives who were AI adopters. 90% of them said AI is super critical to their business and they can't do without AI, right? So, and you see, like these, all these statistics have been taken from 3, 4 different places. But the larger point here is that AI is here to stay, and it is gonna add immense value to your business and SEO as well. I mean, immense value to SEO and hence your business, right? Uh, Great. I'll move to the next slide, and as I was saying, I want to spend time to talk about how Google has been AI using AI for like a few years now and improving their search algorithms, right? And then next, I'll talk about how we have taken a cue to use those stuff in our product. Uh, Google. Google has been, launching several updates. A few years before a Penguin update came. Penguin update was basically it downrated the unnatural backlinks, right? A lot of some of you, in fact, would have heard of the black hat strategy, right? Now, black hat strategy was where people, used to have tons of backlinks from websites which sort of just existed for existence, had no traffic, had no domain authority, but they used to just give free backlinks or give backlinks for pennies to people, right? So there would be one website which has no traffic, but it would give backlinks to, let's say, lakhs of websites. So those kind of black hat tricks were there, and Google sort of started using AI in figuring out what are the unnatural backlinks and which of these websites are using black hat strategy, right? So that was uh, sort of very early usage of AI which Google used in their update. And with this Penguin update, I think this came in around 2013 or 14, and when it came, black hat strategies were quite penalized. The next update which Google came up was Hummingbird. Now this was very interesting, right? And a lot of intelligence has been built around this in our tool as well. Now what Hummingbird did was it started understanding the queries much better. So for example, just I'll take an example. Where, okay, for example, where do I park in, okay, I'll say Delhi, Cannot Place, right? Cannot Place is one of the busy markets in Delhi. Okay. Uh, so it talks about parking available and a few other things, right? While before this update, Google would talk about parks in Cannot Place or parks in Delhi, right? Now it sort of understands the intent that you're asking about the parking availability in Delhi Cannot Place and talks about that. So with Hummingbird coming in, Google tried to understand the search query better, and and another one important thing which did was did started doing entity recognition, right? By that I mean it started to build knowledge graph. Now when I say knowledge graph, you know uh, a knowledge graph is, uh, for example, you have a specific query. For example, you are searching for parking spaces in Delhi, right? uh, Now Google will figure out what are the related queries about this, right? Or related keywords about this, or related topics about this main topic, which should be there to make your article comprehensive, right? You would have also seen featured snippets, right? So for example, if I search keto diet, right, as an example, right, you would see some of these questions, right? uh, you will see people also ask questions, right? These are kind of picked up from various websites, right? Now Google has started understanding the intent better using AI, and started showing these answers, right? Now it also means that when you answer this question very very sharply in your paragraph, in your blog, there is a very high likelihood that Google sort of picks this up, right? uh, right, for example, let me write Google keto diet benefits, right? uh, or I'm not sort of getting a, mm, okay, let me write a more pinpointed one, right? So yeah, it sort of shows a feature snippet where it talks about low carbohydrate diet, uh, and it talks about how much weight can you lose, right? So this is a feature snippet, right? It talks about anecdotally you can, uh, people report losses within first week for anywhere from 1 pound to 5 pound, right? So if you have answered this in your question very very clearly, there is a high likelihood that people picks this up as well, right? So this is another thing which Hummingbird did, right? uh, Now, this article is about keto weight loss, but it had such a clear answer about this 1 pound to 5, 1 pound to 10 pounds, that when I searched for keto diet weight and loss in kgs, Google immediately picked it up, right, from this headline. So the more sort of you're able to cover more and more topics, the higher the probability of coming in people also ask or featured snippets. So that's what sort of Hummingbird did, right? The next was Rank Brain. Rank Brain was, I would say, an upgrade to Hummingbird, where it made search intent for more complicated queries even easier. So, to give you an example, I would say Rubik cube record, right? Okay, so I get the answer. It's a 4.22-second world record, right? If I want to write a very complex sentence like what who has solved, okay, I just did it a few some time back, who has solved Rubik cube in shortest time, I again get the answer 4.2 seconds. So if you see uh, from keyword perspective, that said Rubik cube record, and this says who has solved Rubik cube in shortest time, right? These are completely different from keyword perspective, but Google is very sharp with its AI and natural language processing. I'd say it's able to understand that the user intent is to get this answer 4.22 seconds, irrespective of what I write here. Correct. So that's how Google uses AI in Rank when it sent out the update on Rank Brain. The next is BERT, which is the most sort of a big upgrade, and the most recent one happened in end of 2019. Uh, what BERT does is uh, it's able to understand the relation of a specific term with respect to its words prior to it and the words forward to it. So, for example, uh, I want to search flights from New York to Delhi. Okay. Okay. So it shows me New York to Delhi, right? Now, before the BERT algorithm, it will show you a mixed answer where you could see flights from New York to Delhi, and you could also see flights from Delhi to New York. But now Google has become sharper. It has started to read words before and earlier and tried to understand the query much and in more and more detail, right? Uh, so these are the 3-4 updates which Google did, right? Most of it were AI based. In Hummingbird, massive natural language processing was done, where search query was read better. Rank Brain was a much stronger update on Hummingbird, and BERT was bidirectional learning, as I said, right? All of this has been built over AI, right? Google has been using AI for long. Now let's understand how Scalenut or how some of this could be used in SEO. Right? Uh, Great. So when I talked about Hummingbird, right, or Rank Brain for that matter. So uh, as far as Hummingbird is concerned, Hummingbird uses natural language processing to figure out the key entities, uh, key topics around a certain keyword, and build a knowledge graph for Google. Right. What we have done is we sort of try to reverse engineer it at Scalenut. Right. When you see NLP terms on Scalenut, what they actually are is what they actually are what we actually do under the hood is we take top 30 articles for that specific topic, we scrape them, we run natural language processing algorithms on them, we use industry leading solutions for it, do a lot of deep analysis to figure out and extract the right keywords and the right, and then see how they are present across the board in top 30 articles. uh, as you see, the more the NLP terms in your article, the more the comprehensiveness of the article. There is a high likelihood that you get in featured snippets. There's a high likelihood that you get in people also ask when you use comprehensive articles, because there is a likelihood that you will have answer to one of the user queries, right? uh, and Google also gives priority to articles which are more comprehensive as far as one topic is concerned, right? The second part, I would say, where uh, where where AI and SEO can be combined is look at competition, learn from your competition, right? Look at SEO, look at competition outlines, read competition articles to get data, and see NLP usage, right? Again, NLP usage, NLP is a part of AI, and you can actually see on Scalenut how some of the NLP terms which were derived uh, here are used in competition, right? So it gives you a very good idea of how do you actually use the right context, right at look at competition outlines to get an idea to build a SEO optimized article for your blog. Uh, Third is questions asked on social website, which is basically social listening, right? Uh, so when we saw the people also ask questions on Google, right? They are some of the commonly asked questions which people would want to know. So if you're answering commonly asked questions on Google, on Quora, Reddit, and you answer them very sharply, and our AI also sort of helps you answer that with one click, very sharp answers that can actually help you rank uh, rank on snippets, or the people also ask, right? So even if your article is not ranking high, there is a good likelihood that some of your questions which you have answered are ranking high, right? And the fourth and the most interesting one, and a good topic for the day is SERP ideas, right? We have been all waiting for this. How do you sort of use extracts from SERP as far as a subtopic is concerned, right? So uh, today in this webinar, we will show you how to use SERP ideas. We've just launched the feature some time back. A lot of you would have not just got purview, and I'll run you through personally how to use SERP facts. But more importantly, right, many of you would have faced an issue, where AI sort of ends up writing uh, something which is which is grammatically correct, which is making sense, but which might not be factually correct, right? So you can now extract ideas from search for a specific subtopic and make your information to the point. Now, this is also done by AI. It's a lot of things which happen in the background to get SERP ideas for you. But that's also which you can use and then write about those SERP facts, which can help you build SEO optimized articles. So yeah, I think that's what I wanted to sort of share as far as information is concerned. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. We want to see it alive in action right now. Since you especially said SUP ideas, new feature. I didn't know like it's coming. So why don't you show us like how we actually go about it?
Yeah, I'll go through.
Sure.
Okay, I'll move to the app. Okay, great. So, okay, so I was talking to Saurabh, few hours back, and Saurabh, I asked him, what's the highest priority for you, as far as personal life is concerned, and you know what he answered. Saurabh, do you want to tell everyone?
Yeah, so it's a realization which happened, the last week itself. I think it's weight loss. Yeah, so for CBD. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, weight loss, and I have been considering keto diet, and was discussing this with Gaurav, and we just started making a report on keto diet. Yeah.
Okay, so we thought, hey, let's pick up keto diet as a topic and try to write an article about it. Right. Very interesting topic. And Saurabh, I think, is been at keto diet for a week now, so we'll learn from him as we go. Okay, we'll just wait for a minute too.
So basically, a report is being generated. Scalenut, the AI is scanning all of the SERPs and the user queries and etc. I believe, and I don't know. It's AI is doing its own magic out there. I just want to look at like that. Don't want to get into technicalities.
No, no.
So
So, as good Minang, good point. I think, as I said, what happens under the hood is we do a few things. We uh, sort of we scrape top 30 URLs, do natural language processing algorithms on them, do a lot of analysis at top. We also scrape Quora, Reddit, and people also ask questions which help do social listening, and all of that gets packaged in a nice report to you, which takes a couple of minutes to get done.
Got it. Otherwise, a person without the AI, guys. Since we said using the power of AI to rank, without the AI, let's imagine how it's gonna be. Manually open 30 URLs from the SERP, search the term, then so go to Quora and again search the term, and again manually look at what are the questions that are being asked. Then again going to some other site and again search the term and again see what they're asking and again see the people also ask section. And in the meantime, you open some 30, 40 sites and you're confused and saying, okay, now how am I going to rank and how am I going to do this? I think the report will be ready right now. So that's where
Yeah.
the power of
And
AI
you
comes
also
in,
have to
guys.
open a
Yeah.
Google Doc. You also have to open a Google Doc where you just collate all the information from the 30 tabs.
Oh, God.
I think
Just,
super important. You will not be able to you will not be able to do
Remember.
natural language processing anyway,
Yeah.
uh,
yeah,
because
NLP
that
stuff, we cannot do it
we
anyway.
can't do manually. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
You can do all of this opening manual stuff and etc. But NLP stuff, you cannot do it manually anyway. And the report is already, it took like 2 minutes max. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it takes around on an average it takes around like 60 seconds. Yeah.
And I got a question in the chat here. Should we ask questions or give suggestions? Do both, guys. Do both. Ask questions, give suggestions. We're all open. And in the meantime, any questions you have, guys, please ask it. We are happy to answer every single question that you got. So please, it's open for suggestions and questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. So this is the report, guys. I think I'll just run you through the report once again. I think most of you would have seen it. So this is the top page statistics. As I said, we scrape top 30 URLs, right? So top 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and it talks about a proprietary grade which Scalenut has given, which sort of shows how comprehensive is our article. And as I showed in the slides also, the higher the comprehensiveness of the article, the higher the probability of it ranking on Google, right? Now, these are hashtags, basically number of subheadings which an article has. This is the readability. This is the average number of images, and this is average word count, right? Average word count is much higher for top 10 compared to 11, 20, or 21 to 30, right? Similarly, number of images is higher, number of hashtags is higher as well, and the grade is obviously higher for top 10. So yeah, that's how it gives a very good overview of how your competition is stacking, right? I think this is the heart and soul of this report, which is NLP terms. Uh, this is being done by running natural language processing on all the 30 URLs. Uh, and if you see these terms are not like Google related keywords, right? If you see constipation, Atkins, intake, metabolism, mm, ketoacidosis, these are not Google related words, right? While these are in fact much deeper words as far as the topic is concerned. So, for example, if you want to know how ketoacidosis is used in articles, that's how you see it. That's how it's used in number one content, number two content, number four content, and so on, right? And some of these, where are you? Some of these, for example, ketosis is also used in subheadings. So you can see this is how it is being used in subheadings as well. So this is about NLP terms. This is competition, right? So uh, the details that we saw on the overview, it's in all the 30, it's detailed out for all the 30 competition here, right? Word count, readability, grade, images, headings, right? And you can always read the article here. You don't need to open a different tab if you want to read the original article as well. So that's about the competition. These are Google LSI keywords, which are basically themes. Now, these are very important, right? Uh, these are common questions by AI, by Reddit, by Quora, and people also ask, right? Now, why they're important is basically, as I said, right? When you answer more of these very sharply, there is a very high likelihood that you get into featured snippet, and or if someone is really asking this question, your answer might just pop up at the top, right? So without your article ranking on the top, some of your answers might just rank on the top, and also helps you to understand the search intent better, right? So for example, if you see some of the users are also sort of trying to understand uh, is ketogenic guide, is can you eat too little on the keto diet, uh, you know can you eat turkey bacon on the keto diet, and so on, right? So some of them are very, very relevant questions, I would say, right? Cool. And these are citations, right? So citations are basically uh, how many times a specific article has been cited. So this has been cited. This is citation URL, source URL, and the source rank, right? So these are the few citations which are there. You can expand them all as well. This is the last is the outlines which we recently added, right? So you can now see the outline of each of the 30 articles here, right? And guess what? You can also make a content brief here. So I'll just make a content brief right away. Okay, so I'll this.
This is actually a really useful feature that people have been asking about, especially helps in research. So it's like I can see all the subtopics that all the top 30 articles that are ranking, what all they've covered. And I can make my own content brief. I can either give it to my writer or I can use my AI writer here and just, let it do its job.
Yeah, that's right. So I've added some uh, subheadings. I'll now add some questions. Okay, does this
Okay,
thing
we can
actually?
add it from the questions as well. Got it.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah, so you can add questions, citations, headings. You can add notes against each of them, and you can add additional notes as well.
Wow. So basically, that's Quora questions, that's Reddit questions, then that's people also ask, and all of it is displayed right in front of you. Now you can just look at it. You can be like, okay, now what all can I include in my article? Let's say you're writing a pillar post that covers all of it. You can actually do this silo approach for SEO for your website where you cover everything in the pillar post and then you divide in the subtopics as well and write sub articles on it. I've seen many bloggers do that. I used to do that for quite a long time back uh, on tough keywords like crowdfunding, etc. I remember doing that sort of things. You
Hmm.
can definitely do this right now, adding all questions, and this is actually makes it all easy. From what I remember, I actually opened them. It was in 2018. I started my career as this content writer, and then I actually opened all of it in tabs. And actually, that's what I did. I used to do
Hmm.
without AI. I wish AI existed back then. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, now that you have made a content brief, had a good look at this report, all the NLP terms, etc. Now we move to a place where all the action happens, right? Where basically we write an article, right? So yeah, let's do that. Great. So there's another thing which is basically you can insert the content brief here which you have prepared, right? So it now here gets added in the editor where with the same H2 and H3 as in the content brief, and you can actually keep writing about these and build a article around it.
Love it. So, is AI going to like write it automatically? So, how is that is it going to work? Yeah,
Yeah. So, no, Minank, I think we have always been saying AI is an assistive technology.
exactly.
So,
Yeah,
right. So, never lose control of your article, I would say, and keep guiding AI in the right direction so that it ends up writing an amazing article, right? And keep giving the AI the right nudges and keep giving that the right SEO touch, and you will have a wonderful article in your hand.
absolutely.
Right. So let me just quickly write an
Yeah,
introduction.
and Gaurav, there are like questions I can see on the stream asking about is SERP fact slash ideas live. So yes, guys, it's live. It's called SERP ideas. You can see it on your screens. We will be using it to create this article just in a while. Yeah, it's live, and you can use it in your dashboard now.
Okay. Actually, when I'm presenting the screen, I'm not able to see questions.
Oh
So,
yeah. That's why I like interrupted and like just
that
to
works.
yeah. I could see a lot of suspense going on in the stream. So yeah, go
Great.
ahead, Gaurav.
Great. So, guys, give me a few minutes. I think I'll keep writing the article, and obviously, I'll use sub facts in between. So, for example, I write an introduction, right? Okay. So, I put this here, right? Okay. Great. Let's say I want to write a larger introduction. Just add some more. Okay. So, I think I'll remove this for now. Okay. Okay. So, I would write about what is ketogenic diet, right? Now I can obviously use write with AI to write it. Okay. Uh, Great. So let's say I want to write the next topic here, right? Which is different types of ketogenic diet, right? Like obviously one is that AI will throw, but I'm not sure whether AI will throw the right answer here. So I will use SERP ideas on how people are saying what people are saying as far as different types of ketogenic diets is concerned. So we click on SERP ideas. I'll just enter my query here, which is different types of ketogenic diets. So with this context, it searches across the board the top 30 articles and gives you the right kind of information as far as different types of ketogenic diets. So yeah, amazing, right? So there is this cyclical ketogenic diet, standard ketogenic diet, 5 types of ketogenic diets, etc., etc., right? Uh, this is a very low carb, moderate, push, passionate. Uh, this is the one, right? This is the kind of information you get here, right? So this is from SERP, from the top ranking articles. So there is a very high likelihood that you can't go wrong here, right? And you can now sort of either import it right away, or you can sort of, you know, take this, take this, and write about it. Okay.
Yep, now we're talking. This is actually taking ideas from the SOP, and then yep, the SOP ideas make sense. Yeah, it just came off, and yeah, SOP ideas totally make sense for this.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, just to give you an example, right? So let's say weight loss with keto diet, right? Just to give you an example, right? Now see the results that this will throw out compared to what your AI will throw out. Oh, see, people reported losses ranging from 1 pound to 10 pound, right? Now this is like sharp, right? Rather than saying yeah, it will lead to etc. etc. Dr. Seaman says average weight loss is 10 to 12 pounds, right? So yeah, I mean the larger point is it throws very very relevant output, right? So yeah, which perhaps your AI will not be able to throw at that perspective. It's even useful for some of the recent stuff. For example, if you want to know about iPhone 13, or if you want to know, let's say, newer topics, which is uh, Squid Games on Netflix for that matter, right? Uh, so which AI will not be able to throw out data, but uh, perhaps SERP ideas will be able to do that
Hundred
very
percent,
very
hundred
efficiently.
percent.
Uh,
And reiterating here that these are not fabricated numbers. These are exact facts which are coming out from SERP. These are
of
exact
course,
facts. Yeah, this
that's
is
right.
not your AI content writer writing. This is extraction of facts from SERP and then giving it out to you in a non-plagiarized way. That's also very important. It's not like a cut and paste from your SERP pages. It's in a non-plagiarized way.
Yep, non-plagiarized, guys. You don't have to worry about, okay, where exactly copy pasting from SERP, is it going to flag me? No, not at all. I see comment coming in. The good thing is I can see all top examples on same page instead of switching back and forth. Then run AI under the hedge titles. Exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about. And glad you understood this. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's, I mean, yeah, keep writing. So I'll perhaps give another example, right? So, for example, benefits of ketogenic diet, epilepsy, right? Let's see how what it throws, right? Great. The keto diet has been effective in the treatment of epilepsy, with 40 to 50% of children having 50% fewer seizures after starting it, right? I mean, see the sharpness, right? It's it's pretty sharp, I would say, compared to uh, what AI would throw. Let's say. Let's see what AI has to say here, right? Clearly not. Let me nudge it a bit better. Okay, so it will say more recently a ketogenic diet has been shown effective in adults, etc., etc. Now, see the kind of impact which you will get with this versus writing this, right?
Interesting stuff. Actually,
Yeah.
guys, when we say combining AI with SEO, this is exactly what we mean. And how you're actually watching it live, how we are actually using AI and helping us write articles really quickly on different topics that are actually part of the top ranking articles that we're talking about. I don't think any other AI tool has combined this SEO positive aspects. Many tools are around the topic of, okay, we're gonna write an article, great, we're gonna write a short form caption, great, but this is like, yes, NLP, SERP facts, we're going to actually write the article that is going to rank on Google. And this is what it means, guys. That's what I've been talking about in today's Facebook post as well. You can watch it live. And yep, you're watching it live basically. Yep, I just have, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, guys, you can keep writing, right? I mean, we can spend some more time to show you some more cool things, right? So, for example, here's an NLP term which is not covered, right? Again, just click on this. What it does is it picks up context from SERP, how ketone has been used in various SERP areas. For example, this one, right? For example, sir, this ketones has been used like this. So it picks up context and then sort of throws the right. Again, this is from SERP, right, and throws with the right context. So you can keep writing and sort of end up using a lot of keywords here, NLP terms here, which will help you rank better as well. So yeah, I think I mean, that's how basically you can keep writing, right? I'll maybe show some more. I think weight loss is something which we saw, but we didn't end up using it. Okay, I'll put this. Okay, cool. Guys, do try it out. It's still in beta, so we'd love to get feedback from you and do a few iterations here, right?
100%. The feedback is already coming. A Facebook user says, please add shortcut for the heading tags.
Okay, I didn't sort of understand it.
So basically, I think what he's saying is that if you press something like control H or something, it adds like a shortcut to heading tag. Is that what it
Ah,
is? Please confirm me if that's what it is, according to my understanding.
I think the
Yeah,
user is saying you just select it and use a shortcut to sort of change it
Okay.
to a specific heading tag which you would want to, right? However, I mean, there is this bar which you can use right now, which is, I would say, I've been using it and find it convenient, but the feedback is well taken. I think it's already in our immediate pipeline to build those shortcuts as well
Yes, the user confirms it's the same thing. Yeah.
with the user here. Yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
great. So yeah, I mean, you can write about this, right?
And AI is also, if you look at down there, AI is also suggesting that, hey, we should actually write around 3,800 to 4,100 words in order to be ranking on SERP, which is an interesting metric as well. So now you know the length of the article. You don't have to depend, okay, I'm just going to write 2,000. No, AI is actually going through all of it, and it gives you like a number saying, yes, 3,800 to 4,100 is what is the appropriate length.
So if you see Minank, this is a very, very competitive uh, article, right? Term, the grade here is B, right? So you only have a space to go to A. The average word count for top 10 is 4,000. So from that perspective, it's a fairly competitive key term, right? See the
Absolutely.
see the word count of the top articles, right? 2,000, 5,000,
There's
6,000,
yeah,
right? 10,000, and so on, right? So that's why the AI is sort of data is showing that you should have higher number of words here, right? And if you go through the report, then there are several topics that you can cover, right? Keto basics. You can have like a complete chart of keto meal plan for 1 week. I mean, there are a lot of things that you can cover, right? You can just write about benefits and uh, write about 2,000 words about just keto benefits, and then maybe 1,000 more words around just side effects of keto diet and so on. So it's a fairly elaborate topic, I would say. The good thing is that here is this NLP terms to help you to tell you, hey, you've not covered low carb diet, you've not covered intake, you've not covered calories, you've not covered ketoacidosis. Please cover this in a topic to make it
true,
more and
true.
more comprehensive. So yeah, I think that's the way to kind of go and keep writing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we've been getting a ton of questions as well. And you saw it, guys. This is how you actually have write articles from 2021 and beyond, basically using AI to help you out. Previously it's going to be like, okay, you're going to get a request for 3,000 words. Now you're going to actually think, okay, how can I add more words to make this article get to 3,000? That was the mindset before. How do I make this to 3,000 words? Do I actually fill it up with filler content and make sure that the user doesn't notice? No. Here, actually, you're taking all the questions that are coming in, all the sub ideas, all the subtopics from the articles. You're actually having a ton of content to write about, and you can go on for more than 5,000 words if you just keep on going like this. Yeah, 3,800 to 4,100 will actually fall short. And with this is the actual beauty of AI, guys. You can actually write so many words and you don't have to wonder, okay, to hit the word limit and etc. So that is actually where the AI helps you write an article really fast, publish it, and then write more articles, target more keywords for your blog, and it helps you rank. As the user says that Even I have written great C articles, and they're going good. Absolutely, guys. We're getting live feedback from the users as well. And for people who aren't using AI to write articles, it's not too late. Just jump on the AI train. We are slowly going towards the metaverse and all. It's all going to be inside your computer, and AI is going to help you scale up your blogs, your articles, and your content, guys.
Yeah,
You
guys,
have
if
to know
guys,
more.
if you're
I think we,
noticing, I'm
yeah.
I'm using a lot of SERP ideas to write this as we speak. I'm just loving it, honestly. Yeah, it's very, very, relevant stuff out there. Yeah.
And there's a question that asks, is there a feature within Scalenut where there's like a provision for us to enter the targeted keyword and then Scalenut spits out all the related search intent queries topics around that keyword? Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is, right? So
So I
we
think this user joined in late. So yeah.
okay, okay. So
So
I'll
so
just
yes. Yeah.
go ahead, Minang.
No, please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. No, I was just saying that's the whole idea, right? So you enter a keyword for which you want to rank, a primary keyword. Let's say in this case, keto diet. Select the geography. In this case, it was US, and wait for a couple of minutes before this report comes in. And in this report, you can see all the stuff they're talking about: NLP terms, related keywords, competition, question, uh, social questions, and so on, right? Yeah. So
Perfect.
I'll keep this in brief right now.
Perfect. Perfect. Great, guys. It's open to more questions and suggestions here. And I got a suggestion saying improve of the introduction framework as its output is not long enough. But I would say introduction should be a short part. It's not meant to be a long part because that's what your suggestion says here. But I would like
Yeah.
Gaurav or Saurabh to answer this one.
Yeah. So, anyways, we are going to have a look at it again in the coming week. But typically, the best way to use it is, combine couple of output suggestions. So let the AI generate 2 3 ideas. The best way to use them is combine both of them. Again, use AI as an assistive tool. Don't just let AI take over. You know, you should be guiding the AI. And once you have some sort of paragraph, you can also extend it by using the write with AI feature. But yeah, the feedback is well taken. We have already assigned one of our top product managers here. I've already tagged him in the post. I think that's Hamas asking this question. So yeah, we have Garvit already working on it.
Absolutely. So yes, we are taking all your feedback. It's not like, oh, there's no feedback. No, please, all kinds of feedback is welcome from the existing users and the new users who are watching this. We are taking in all feedback, all suggestions. That's how the product is actually improving. See,
Yeah.
SERP ideas was a feature that wasn't really there before, and it's introduced right now just in this webinar. So, as you can see, it's all based on your ideas, your feedback that's coming in. We are truly open to the feedback. You can give it up in the PitchGround Facebook page group, or you can join the ScaleNet group as well, where it's really active. People are talking about ranking articles, sharing stuff, tips, tricks, etc. You should be a part of it, part of the AI journey. We have more questions coming in. What does content grade mean here? I think that was there uh, beside the keto diet keyword.
Yeah, so content grade essentially means how comprehensive your content piece is. So content A means it's extremely comprehensive, and by comprehensive we mean the NLP terms which we spit out, which we feel are the most relevant for your search query. How many of those are you already using in your article? So content grade A would mean you're using most of them. Content grade F would mean you are using, like very less of them, almost zero, right?
So basically,
The
if a keyword
I
is generated, it starts with F and then it walks on to A.
Yeah, so the report, it starts with F, which means that you're not using any relevant NLP terms. And the idea is that you move up the ladder, you go towards the journey is towards content grade A, because it is a well-established fact that Google ranks the more comprehensive articles, right? Obviously, there are other things which are important. There's technical SEO, there's your brand authority, backlinks, genuine backlinks, not the just the random ones. They're like these directories. Google doesn't care about those. So there are other things. But as far as your content quality is concerned, Google is looking for a comprehensive piece. And that's the reason our whole SEO assistant is built around this NLP terms. This is, as Gaurav mentions it, as this is the heart and soul of our SEO assistant. And this is the central piece around which we are building the whole ecosystem.
Got it. Got it. Perfect. And we've been getting comments. Yes, developers are pretty awesome. Perfect. You guys have already experienced them. We have a suggestion coming in here. Is there a possibility of making curated user community templates for output? Pretty interesting suggestion, I must say.
I'll have to grasp. I'd have to grasp the what exactly would the user want here. But yeah, definitely we can look into it. I'll probably connect. I think we can connect with you. I can just see Facebook user. I can't see the name, but yeah, it might be a good idea that we can connect and understand your requirements. And if it makes sense, we should build it in the product. It's a no-brainer.
100%.
Communities, anyways, we know is the next thing.
Yes. And we've been getting more comments here, more questions, guys. Let me just scroll back. I'm gonna answer one by one. Many people are talking about the upcoming Google algorithm taking down the AI generated content. Personally, I'm not sure that Google will not take you down if you make the AI content writer as assistant. What you guys say? You guys, yeah.
See, AI content at the end of the day is English. So right now we're focusing on English, and I know the community is asking for multiple languages. So it's a risky path to take when I just say that we're talking about English. But yeah, AI content at the end of the day is English language, right? What we're doing. This is a perfectly well-written English sentence. And as we say, we want this technology to be assistive and not a replacement of human writers. As long as you are using it as an assistive technology and the language makes sense, you're using the right facts, your articles are comprehensive, we at Scalenut absolutely see no reason at all why Google will actually penalize your content. It's good content. It has all the facts right. It's very useful for the end user. Absolutely no reason why Google would actually penalize you for using a technology while being a technology player, themselves, and using AI at probably like everything they do, right? So they are the pioneers of AI. I don't think so. It's actually antithesis if they go out and say that, okay, they're going to ban anything which is using AI, because the whole company is built on top of AI. The content should be comprehensive. It should be correct. It should be factually correct. It should be well written, and you have absolutely no reason to be concerned about this.
I
Factually
think
correct makes sense. Yeah.
I think the way I would just add to Saura's point is that your content should add value to the user. I think that's what just Google cares, right? If you're just using AI left, right, center, and just we are like just building blogs, hundreds of blogs every day, let's say, then obviously the quality would suffer, and Google would penalize you not because they are written by AI, but it would penalize you because these articles make no sense to the user, and hence, sorry, I'm not going to rank you. Right? That's the way I would put it. So if you guide the AI in the right way, add your own points in between as well, there is absolutely no reason you will not rank.
Make AI your best friend, and AI will not let you down. Absolutely. Not sure if this one has been discussed. I'd asked Gaurav about it once earlier, but it was probably too early to answer. So here I'll go again. Is the concept feature equivalent in Skillnet going to consume a lot of credits than the usual AI tasks? Is the question. Yeah. Like, because
Yeah.
the user is trying to choose the right plan. Yeah.
So you are only your credits are used only against the words our AI generates. So in this case, the words you see on the screen, while we scrape and analyze, like thousands and hundreds of thousands of words in the background, you will only be, charged, as in your credits will be deducted only for the words you see on your screen. So those 8 to 10 very relevant facts you see on the screen are the only words which are being deducted, while we use like thousands of computations in the background.
Got it. Got it. If you have a follow up question, do ask it. We would love to follow up on this.
Absolutely.
One of the army of AI tools just implemented a comprehensive workflow to generate sales copy. So, are you looking to generate sales copy as well? Is being asked. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think we launched a sales email in our AI copywriter very recently. Guys, just check it out. Uh, it's amazing. We ourselves have started using it at Scalenut, and there are more use cases we are covering in AI copywriter in the coming days. But around sales copy, I think the sales email generator is one of the most used use cases nowadays. It's one of the most popular ones amongst the ones which were launched in the last 2-3 weeks.
Yep. And some more perspective about how Google treats content. Yes, we are aware of the URL. Thanks for sharing it with us. We are well ahead looking at this. Yep, as we discussed, AI should be used as an assistant, not use AI left, right, and center, and then try to do whatever you want with it. Doesn't work like that. Yeah. Does the Scalenut team planning to launch a creativity level, uh, like a competitor tool out there?
So last week we launched AI settings where you can actually control the length of your output. So between short, medium, long. Very soon you're going to see a lot of additions in those AI settings where you can actually have a much more greater control over the AI outputs in terms of tones, keywords, creativity levels, the length, and there are like quite a few other things as well. So all those aspects will be covered around AI settings. We are trying. The idea is that at ScaleNut, what we want to do is we want to empower you as a user, right? We want to give you all the control. You control how the AI should operate. Uh, there will be recommended settings, but yeah, then you can always play around with the settings and you can just change them and see if it works well better for you.
Yes, this was asked by Hamas, and yes, Hamas, this is going to come. It's coming really, really soon. You don't have to worry about it. Just keep watching. You're gonna see suddenly an option pop up in your Scalenut dashboard. So Hamas, thanks. And
So
Nilayan was the one asking about Google stuff. Thank you, Nilayan, for that. It's a very valid concern. I'm glad you asked about it. I'm sure you got the answer for it. This question is being repeated by Parvesh. Parvesh is like, I'm facing problems, especially writing an article like this. He asked us like 5, 6 comments on the same thing. Parvesh, no, we're not ignoring your comment. We're coming to it. Can you guys please give a demo on the topic, like how to become any profession, like how to become a doctor or something in USA? In the USA, this thing. Okay, sure. I still face problems fetching the proper steps on how you can do it and etc.
I think what we should do is next time let's pick this topic in particular.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, let's pick this specific topic. Is this Parvesh?
Yes, this is
Yeah,
Parvesh.
Parvesh, let's pick this topic and let's do a session on this.
100%.
We've done green tea, we've done a few other topics. Today we did keto diet, which is very close to me at the moment. Next time, let's pick this. And in
But
case you want, for other users as well, in case you want some other topics to be covered, even if we can't do live webinars, we're happy to do some personalized sessions and we can connect over a half an hour call or something. We can also arrange a tutorial video for you guys for that specific topic. We would love to. In fact, the way we see it is, it's a mutual learning process. We also learn when we talk to you, right? it's not just that, okay, we are here imparting some sort of product knowledge to you guys, but there's like tons of things we take away from these sessions and the calls we do. We did a AI Connect week, a few weeks back. Uh, Tremendous response. We loved talking to you guys, and there were like some really key takeaways which we're implementing right away now, right? So happy to have those suggestions.
Absolutely. So the user is already suggesting shortcuts for the hashtag. It's like Control Alt 2 or for H2 or something. Interesting suggestions. Interesting suggestions. We are noting them down. No issues at all. And um, we have more questions. Parvesh, yes, the next webinar is going to be on 19th. Note down the date. I'm going to reach out to you after this. I've opened your profile in the new tab, and I want you there in that webinar where we're personally going to go through that particular query, and we're going to answer that for you. We're not ignoring that. We're 100% focused on that particular query. We're going to do that. Okay, so no issues at all. I've opened my tab here, and I'm going to show you. Uh, uh, reach out to you with the link for that. And we have more questions coming in. Scalenut is my content crush, says Hamas. Awesome.
Nice.
Yep. Content crush, best friend, whatever you would like to call it. I would like to call it my little best friend helping me write articles, helping me rank on Google. And I'm going to quickly share my screen right now and quickly show you the lifetime deal for Scalenut. Yes, we've learned how to write an article, how to actually take out those sub facts, sub ideas, and then actually use AI to our benefit as an assistant. So this is the lifetime deal that we're offering. Where is Plan A? There used to be a plan before below $100. Plan A got sold out, guys. I'm sorry for that. Many people were very quick on grabbing Plan A, and there are less than 50 licenses for Plan D. So yes, Plan A is officially sold out. Thanks for all the love. It got sold out day before yesterday, and if we are going by this speed, the next plan to be sold out is probably Plan D, because people are eyeing like unlimited reports, unlimited every single thing, uh, unlimited words. It's basically everything unlimited plan, no brainer plan for agencies who are having clients, etc. Totally makes sense. I think this is the next plan that's going to get sold out. So people who are eyeing the Plan D, this is your time to just jump into it. Just get the Plan D. We also have a split pay option as well. Split pay option, you just have to there is like where is that? Yep, split pay option. Just search for split pay, and there is like a link to grab the split pay option here. It's just here, guys. You can just go grab it for people who are opting for the split pay, who cannot pay $1,000 at once. I totally get you. So these are the plans that we have, guys. Based on, again, these plans were curated based on your feedback. Plan B didn't exist back then. Your feedback came in and like, no, we want a plan with 2 user seats at least, and somewhere around 100,000 short form words or something, and we're like, okay, we're going to introduce that plan. We're all going on based on your feedback, guys. So your feedback is actually shaping up the plans, the suggestions, the features that are coming up. So 100% makes total sense. I'm going to stop my screen share. The link is, of course, above the video that you're watching right now. Just go ahead, grab your Scalenut and start ranking on Google right now. In the next webinar, you can join in and be like, okay, you can share us your progress on what articles you have written. We would love to look at them as well. You can share us all your feedback on how you are using your AI best friend on ranking articles, and that's what it is. So can Scalenut increase the respinning or rewriting in terms of the character limit is a question that just came in.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, Miran, you were saying something?
So we have got a question saying that Jarvis has a 600 character limit on rewriting, respinning. Can Scalenut increase the respinning aspect?
Okay, so guys, we are working on paraphrasing for some time now. I think we were not satisfied with the quality and hence sort of not launch. So at this point, I think increasing to 600. So we don't have it, so there's no point increasing or decreasing. But larger point is ki we are very close to the solution and we would launch the paraphraser this week or uh, next week, most likely. Since solutioning is still happening, I would not commit to an ETA, but very, very soon. So then we'll take care of this specific thing, which is 600 characters. I think this request came from someone else as well. So, yeah.
100%, 100%. Awesome, awesome. And Gunjar asks a question. Says, can you give a demo creating content for long tail keywords? For example, what color curtains go with yellow walls? That's a long tail keyword.
Hmm, hmm.
So, how does one actually write with long tail keywords?
I think similar process, just that the information might be a bit lower compared to a heavy keyword, but I think the process would sort of remain similar. Uh, there might be possibility that SERP does not have enough information, and you might want to add your own information to make it more richer. But broadly, the process would remain same. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Graham George says, now you guys made my awesome, Graham. I also see you active in the ScaleNut community as well, Graham. So I'm glad you just jumped into the AI train. It actually is amazing. We should welcome this technology rather than saying, like, yeah, going the old way of writing. Trust me, I've done the old way of writing, and I really don't want to go back to the old way of writing anymore. This is the new way of writing using AI, and that's what. Yes, since I think there's a question for Saurabh, basically, since he spoke about languages, what about Greek language and etc.? Is it coming? When is it coming? And all that.
Yeah, so I answered one of the questions on the community today. See, I want to make this very clear. At ScaleNut, we want to be a multilingual platform. English is not where we will stop. But at the same time, we want to understand the length and breadth of this platform. We want to understand what is the true power of this technology. We want to nail down all the use cases in English. And right now, as Gaurav also demonstrated, our key focus is to combine this SEO piece and AI piece, and there's a lot of R&D going in, like in the background. We're building a proprietary technology around paraphrasing. It's not this write-ahead technology which you usually see in the other tools or Scalenut as well till date. It's a proprietary or our own modeling being done for paraphrasing. So we are trying to do all these things right now. And then at the right time in the coming months, we want to pick up all these languages. What we know is it's going to be a standard playbook once we have understood how to move to another language, right? We already have started some sort of research on this. But from a date perspective or a timeline perspective, unfortunately, at this point, we cannot commit to anything. All I can say is, yes, it's coming and it's coming very soon. But yeah, I can't commit to any dates because a lot of it involves, deep research and development. Yeah, that's the stance. And definitely, we are doing all the languages, be it French, Polish, Spanish. We're talking about Greek here right now. We're going to do all of those. But yeah, no date I can commit as of now.
Absolutely. And Athanasios, I hope I pronounce your name right. The man with the sunglasses, I would like to call you. Yes, it's coming, but it involves a lot of testing and everything that goes on behind the scenes that's not visible in front of us right now. We see a product polished, etc. But since Greek, again, it involves all sort of different testing and different generation, etc. So it's going to take time, but it's going to come. So if you're waiting for Greek, it's going to come, but it's going to take time. So you got to be patient on that part. So we've answered most of the questions here. If you haven't answered any question, guys, we are sorry about that. We are clocking 1 hour, 15 minutes in the webinar. You guys have been pretty amazing. And I'm not going to end this webinar just like that. As I said in the start, we're going to do a giveaway once again. And this giveaway is going to be really, really simple. Just the first person to type in, I'm not going to say Scalenut, so don't worry. I'm not going to say Scalenut, so don't worry. The first person to type in um, Google. Yeah. The first person to type in Google is going to win something. I'm going to announce. I'm just going to pick the user and then I'm going to announce. Just type in Google in the chat. Guys, I'm going to see the comments that are coming in. And I think it's Fira Lasa. I'm not sure. The comments have been coming in. I'm glad, Hansel, you included your name. That's a very nice way. But 1 second. Let me just look at it. And yes, it's Fira Lasa. She's the very first person. So congratulations. You won $10 PitchGround credits and also a Scalenut t-shirt. Yes, that's new. You won a Scalenut t-shirt. And I can't wait to see you wearing Scalenut t-shirt. I'm just going to contact you after this webinar and ask you for your details so that I can ship your t-shirt ASAP and also get you your PitchGround credits. Awesome. So congratulations, Fira. Yes. So guys, we promised the giveaway and we're going to go with the second user as well. Yes, one more giveaway. Let's bring it on. Why not? All right. This is a surprise one. Let's do this. So second person who probably typed Google is Hansel. So yes, Hansel, congratulations. Hansel, you also win a Scalenut t-shirt. Just I'm gonna contact you after this webinar. I'm gonna take all your address and etc. Ship your Scalenut t-shirt. I want to see you wear Scalenut t-shirt post out because you're gonna look handsome in that t-shirt. Perfect, perfect. So this is all. We've announced winners. The winners are Zawad. We've already in touch with you, Fira and Hansel. That's the three winners for this webinar. We're gonna have more winners that are coming in, more webinars, more giveaways, and yes, the only reason I bought Plan D was for a Scalenut T-shirt. You're gonna get it really, really soon. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm just gonna contact you after this. So yes, that's it for the webinar, guys. Thank you so much for an amazing response. You guys have been truly, truly amazing and a lot many questions, some hundreds of comments that are over there right now. This will a crazy webinar. Thank you so much. See you in the next webinar where we're gonna cover a Parvesh Mittal's use case. Yes, Parvesh, I've not forgotten yet. We're gonna cover the specific use case for you. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. You
Guys,
guys have been amazing.
guys,
Thank you so much,
if
Gaurav.
if you have any more questions or if you feel any of the question is unanswered, feel free to ping me or Saurabh one on one, and more than happy to connect with you guys and answer your queries and take suggestions as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. It was